Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys, and welcome to the Trash Picture Show. I'm having a good morning because a new figure arrived in the mail for me. This is the Star Wars Black Series, the Mandalorian Djarin Morak. Yes, this is where the Mandalorian had to go to Morak with Migs Mayfield to find the location of Grogu. This episode was called The Believer, I think it was episode 15, and it was pretty cool because halfway through it turns into Wages of Fear. And if you haven't seen the movie Wages of Fear, you got to check it out. It's basically about guys driving trucks full of nitroglycerin. But yeah, it's a cool episode. I think it's one of the better episodes of the series because you explore a bit more about the Empire, and Bill Burr's character is actually a lot more layered than you think. And when he first appears in the first season, you think he's just some kind of hired thug, but then you realize he is an Imperial marksman with a really fucking tragic past. He was part of a unit that had to basically be destroyed by the Empire, and you can see that really haunts him, and he has trouble sleeping at night. But I digress. The main point I'm trying to make is this is a kick-ass figure. You have Din Djarin in Imperial armor. I think it's an Imperial tank driver, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the box is collector friendly to a point, but it's also environmentally friendly. See, plastic free packaging. You don't have the window, so you don't see the figure through the packaging, but you have an image of the figure, and on the side there you have Pedro Pascal without his helmet. Flip to the back, there's a closer look at the figure. The head sculpt is a lot better than the first unmasked Mandalorian figure because he looked like he had a fucking beast in.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
So let's have a look at the blurb here. Din Djarin, Morak. To go behind enemy lines, the Mandalorian must disguise himself. He finds a solution that allows him to follow the way and not reveal his face, an Imperial combat driver's uniform. So that's what that uniform is called. So yeah, I am going to pause the video here, and when we get back, I am going to have a closer look at this figure. So don't go anywhere, I shall be right back. And we are back, and here is Din out of the box. Let's have a look at the figure first. The face sculpt, it's okay. It's definitely better than the beast in Din Djarin that we first got, but there's something just a bit weird about it. There's something a bit fugly. I mean, Pedro Pascal is a handsome dude, and yeah, this looks. I don't know. This dude looks like a Cro-Magnum. I don't know. Bar that, the rest of the figure is nice looking. The kind of weathering on the armor is nice, and the grey, the accents of grey, and just the red to break it up there. That's cool. Articulation wise, hands can go up. He has a single joint. There isn't a butterfly joint on the arms, which I'm actually kind of glad about because I think butterfly joints really look weird on arms. On legs, not so much. Butterfly joint there. Good articulation on the feet. Rotation there. Rotation in the head. The head can go round. And again, I'm liking the color. It's definitely military kind of fatigues. And you got that kind of little pack. I always wondered what they were. I suppose it's just a supply pack for the stormtroopers. You have the holster for his little blaster pistol. Again, nice looking figure. The face isn't terrible, but it doesn't look like Pascal. It looks different. I'm wondering if that's a rights thing that they can't do it, or maybe it's just they kind of have to mass produce these, so the 3D printer ain't gonna print out everything perfectly. He also comes with this, the armor driver helmet, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an interesting design for the stormtrooper kind of helmet, or the ranks of the Imperial stormtroopers. This is very reminiscent of the shore troopers. And again, the weathering there is really cool. So, like, again, if you're not a fan of the figure, at least you can make him look. You can use him as just a regular kind of Imperial trooper like that. It's pretty cool. And I liked that episode as well. Kind of got around the whole thing of Din not being able to take off his helmet because he was able to disguise himself as a Imperial soldier. And yeah, just it's cool. It's a cool figure. He does come with a weapon, this teeny tiny blaster, which proves very ineffective when he's fighting off the marauders that are attacking his truck. Him and Mayfield have to be very careful so they don't blow themselves up. And yeah, Din has to kind of go hand to hand with a bunch of marauders or pirates or whatever they were. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And he holds it well. Just try and get his finger into the trigger. Just requires a bit of adjusting. He's weird. The figure seems a lot more stiffer than the prior kind of Black Series figures. It feels a lot more stiffer, not as gummy. And yeah, sure, gummy can be annoying, but I just think posing him, especially with the arms and stuff, it is that bit kind of rigid and stiff. And for some reason this arm can go all the way up like that. Now maybe, there we go. Still a cool figure. Awesome figure. I like the color, I like the design, I like the aesthetic. The kind of weathering on the armor is interesting. Really adds to the figure. And it's really cool. Again, if you're not a fan of Din's face, you can just have him as a regular Imperial figure. Yeah, again, there's small little details. I like this because we're so used to getting these kind of pristine and clean Stormtrooper figures that when you get something that's like this, there has been other Imperial kind of soldiers with kind of weathering and stuff, but there's something about this one that just looks really cool. But yeah, guys, I'm going to pause the video here, and when I come back, we're going to have a closer look at this guy compared to some other figures in the Black Series. Don't go anywhere, I shall be right back. So there is Din in my throne room, and I'm going to put another figure from the Mandalorian next to him. I'm going to put Casca Reeves next to him just to do a bit of a size comparison between her. And yeah, he's that bit taller, which makes sense. And then I'm going to put a big one. I'm going to put a heavy hitter next to him. And I'm going to put Vader, my Black Series Vader, next to him. And again, yeah, that really works. It works. The aesthetic works. The helmet works. The armor works. I just don't think the face is that good. The face looks a bit weird. It looks a bit too fugly. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this looks like a good Pedro Pascal sculpt? Definitely looks puffy, but again, not as bad as the Beast in one that first came out. But yeah, again, The Believer was one of my favorite episodes of The Mandalorian, in no small part because it's an homage to a really cool movie, Wages of Fear. If you haven't seen that movie, check it out. And yeah, guys, what do you think? Would you get this guy? Do you agree with me? The face is a bit too fugly for your liking. If you got him, would you keep the helmet on? Would you use him as a troop builder? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.